This is your English news broadcast on ERi-TV, live from our headquarters at Asmara with your domestic and international news in brief. I'm Zahra Badouri. Your following news broadcast headlines holds as follows. Monetary contribution towards augmenting Eritrea's trust fund. Voluntary blood transfusion. U.S. has bombed nuclear sites in Iran, Trump assures. And the Democratic Republic of Congo extends ban on cobalt export for another 3 months. Welcome to your domestic in brief. Nationals residing inside the country and abroad have extended monetary support towards augmenting the Eritrea's Trust Fund and supporting families of Eritreans. The contribution were made in connection with the Eritrea's Day, 20th June. According to members of the Eritrean community in Copenhagen, Denmark, contributed 117,551 nakfa. Members of the Hidri Sama'atat Association in Cincinnati, USA, contributed $5,000. Mrs. Tiblet Awalom, a resident of Germany, contributed 56,500 nakfa in the name of Eritrea Goytoom Sibhat La'ab. Residents of Baden, Germany, contributed €450, and members of the Eritrean community in Mannheim, Germany, contributed €275 towards augmenting the Eritrea's Trust Fund. Likewise, nationals in Germany contributed €133,459, nationals in Australia and New Zealand $72,000, nationals in Leiden, the Netherlands, €3,240, the Eritrean community in Motala, Sweden, $2,160, the Eritrean Cooperative Association in southern Sweden, 11,500 koroner, Mr. Goje Gebrahiwet and his spouse, Mrs. Ogbaf Sahe, residents of Sweden, $730, nationals in Helsingborg, Sweden, 6,700 koroner and 17,500 nakfa. And Mr. Kidane Gebramethin and his spouse, Mrs. Mahatzion Gebraselassie, residents of Switzerland, $400 in support of families of Eritreans. In the same vein, staff members of the Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare Central Office and the Kindergarten and War Disabled Rehabilitation Center of Denden Camp contributed 102,783 nakfa. Halai Secondary School contributed 25,884 nakfa, and members of the PFDJ Central Office contributed about 21,600 nakfa in support of families of Eritreans. Similarly, 369,000 nakfa contributed by the public and government workers in Ad-Ghayh subzone has been distributed to families of Eritreans. The Cooperative Association of Divisions 70 and 16 in Ad-Ghayh has extended about 1,000 nakfa each to 5 families of Eritreans. Following members of Harat Transportation Company and members of the first round of national service have voluntarily donated blood in connection with Eritrea's Day with the aim of enriching the blood supply of the National Blood Transfusion Service. Accordingly, members of Harat Transportation Company donated 63 units of blood, while members of the first round of national service donated 62 units. Participants expressed satisfaction in being able to contribute their renewable blood to save lives and affirm their commitment to continue donating in the future. The coordinators of the program noted that increased awareness about the importance of voluntary blood donation has contributed to this initiative and called on others to follow this noble example. Your international up next. Stay tuned for more. And on your global, U.S. President Donald Trump has confirmed that American forces carried out what he says to be a large-scale and successful attacks on 3 Iranian nuclear sites marking a major escalation in the ongoing conflict between Tehran and Israel. The announcement made in the earlier hours of Sunday morning via Trump's Truth social platform stated that the United States had struck Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan, key sites in Iran's nuclear infrastructure. According to U.S. officials, B-2 stealth bombers were used to deliver bunker-busting bombs, while American submarine launched dozens of Tomahawk cruise missiles. In the same message, the president appeared to call for restraint from Tehran, saying it was now time for peace, in quotation. Iranian Foreign Minister Saeed Abbas Araghchi condemned the attack as a violation of international law and all relevant treaties, further stating that, in quotation, Iran reserves all options to defend its sovereignty, interest, and people. The Iranian military had earlier warned Washington and other external powers against intervening in the conflict, threatening to target hostile assets and weapons shipments intended for Israel. Further, Foreign Minister Araghchi told a news conference in Istanbul that the U.S. attack on his country's peaceful nuclear bases violated basic principles of the UN Charter, international law, and the Non-Proliferation Treaty, explaining he strongly condemned it. The Iranian minister said that the attacks and previous attacks came aimed at series of talks between the United States and Iran, calling the move a diplomatic betrayal, and said that his country would use all options to defend its sovereignty and interest. On your final report, a regulatory agency announced Saturday that the Democratic Republic of Congo has extended its ban on cobalt export for 3 months, a measure aimed at curbing an oversupply of the key material for electric vehicle batteries. The world's largest supplier of cobalt, the country's imposed a 4-month export ban in February after prices hit a 9-year low supply cost, where the ban was originally set to end this Sunday before being postponed. The Strategic Mineral Substance Market Regulation and Control Authorities said in a statement that the decision was taken to extend the temporary suspension due to continued high level of the stock on the market. ERi-TV's plans to announce a further decision to modify, extend, or lift the suspension before the end of this new 3-month period, which will conclude in September. However, Reuters reported on Friday that Congolese authorities were considering extending the ban as they review the allocation of cobalt export quotas among mining companies. Several industry players, including Glencore, the world's second-largest cobalt producer, supported the introduction of this quota. The Diplomatic Republic of Congo is known to cover over 80% of the world's cobalt supply. Dear viewers, a recap of your major headlines for this broadcast. Monetary contribution towards augmenting Eritrea's trust fund. Voluntary blood donation. U.S. has bombed nuclear sites in Iran and Trump sure. The Democratic Republic of Congo extends ban on cobalt export for another 3 months. Dear viewers, keep yourselves updated with some more news here on ERi-TV. Until we're back with some more news, stay and enjoy the rest of our programs. Until then, bye-bye for now. Thanks for watching.